Hi, this is Michael Uslan. You're listening to Batman on Film.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
Plug you in, we're tuning the frequency. Jett and the crew, they got the remedy. Discussing bats and all his legacy. Mike is silent. Welcome to the social hour. We're talking gospel, flying power. Look in the field of protest, got the keys to the Batmobile. Lights go down the shelter about the storm. Jealous wisdom striking like a dawn. Without the ways of harm. We're in deep, not sleep. Welcome to the social hour. Exploring Gotham's darkest hours. Tune in, feel the charge. Jett set the helm with going large.
Welcome to the Social Hour, a Batman on Film podcast, batman-on-film.com. Do not forget the dashes. Like this guy, who I can see. I always say he's sitting across from me. He's on my monitor. Senior BOF contributor Pete Verra once forgot about the dashes and got like 425,000 viruses downloaded on his computer and instantaneously. That was some shit. Remember that? That was some bad news there, sir.
Buckle up. Just got all those viruses. Get ready for
let's buckle up. Let's
buckle up. Buckle up. You got me on the buckle up. I want you to know that.
That's
you
a
got
good
me on
one.
the buckle up.
Got buckle up. We got let's ride. I'll be doing that in a second. Used to have hey now, but I don't do that no more. But yeah, okay.
I like buckle up. Buckle up.
Let's just look. Witty banter is good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The masses love it. Keep those cards and letters coming in, talking about more witty banter. But we got some news to talk about now.
Oh baby.
This is the Batman on Film podcast, known as the Social Hour. This is episode 215. I am merely Bill Ramey, the founder of Batman on Film. Batman on Film actually is going into its 28th year, Pete. 28th year here in 2026. Let's ride.
Just roll the dice.
Let's ride. Did I ever tell you that story of how I started Batman on Film on a web TV in 1998? Almost 30 years ago. Okay. I slipped my mind. All right, listen. I told folks repeatedly, whether they emailed me or social media, whatever, when are we going to get Batman Part 2 news? I said, probably after the first of the year.
You said, hold on.
I did. HODEON. Hold on. And, the impatience level, I was thinking, hey, have patience. This is the fun time.
Yeah.
Because, look, as we speak now, we are 4 years removed from the Batman. Think about that.
It's been a while.
4 years, but it seems like not that long ago. You look back.
Well, the Penguin helped with that a little bit,
True. True. But my point is this stuff comes and goes before you know it.
I mean, Dark Knight feels like,
Dark Knight's almost 20 years ago.
Right? It doesn't feel like that.
No. So enjoy this. And so, look, and we even got a little bit before the end of the year with the Scarlett Johansson stuff. We'll get to her again.
Well, you're telling people to enjoy it. Bill, I've been enjoying the hell out of this, and I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Like I went from ScarJo is Phantasm to maybe
hold
not,
on.
like
I'll give you a hold on.
And then
we're gonna get there.
I've been speculating like hell.
Yeah.
And that's fun for me.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like, can I guess what Reeves is kind of thinking? Can I kind of get his wavelength?
So you got that before the
Yeah.
end of the year, and then it didn't take, less than a week. The trades reported that Sebastian Stan is in talks for a role in the Batman Part 2.
Yeah.
And the scuttlebutt, which I've heard as well from people I've talked to, it's Harvey Dent. Now, it's not out of the realm of possibility that it could be that could be a red herring. Throw out the Harvey Dent stuff. So people will report that, and it could be a totally different character. But let's first talk about Sebastian Stan and Harvey Dent, if he's playing Harvey Dent, and the inclusion of Harvey Dent, because it's already getting comparisons like, why are you bringing in Harvey Dent in the second movie, just like Christopher Nolan did with Dark Knight after Batman Begins? This is going to be the same thing all over again.
Yeah, are you seeing a lot of that?
I have seen that, yes.
Okay. To me, I mean, it's Harvey Dent. He's one of the biggest characters in the Rogues Gallery. I mean, he's got to be introduced at some point. So we're here in the second movie. It makes sense, right? Reeves is doing a crime saga, right?
Yeah,
the district attorney's job is open, so
it is open because the Riddler blew
took
up
care of Coulson.
Gil Coulson in the Batman,
and
so there is an opening. If you remember when in the Batman, when Robert Pattinson's Batman went undercover in the is it 40 Below? Always mess that up.
Something like that.
The underneath, yeah.
Yeah, the club
Batman
within the
card. Taking it away from me again. And he's seeing it through Selena's with those contact lens cameras, which was cool. And he says, holy shit, the whole DA department's down there. Well, probably Harvey Dent's not there, because Harvey Dent, I'm willing to guess, may be like Gordon, one of the few good people in the criminal justice system.
I imagine. I feel like Harvey's somewhere crunching numbers or doing. You know what I'm saying? Like he's hitting the books.
He's probably an assistant DA
doing something.
He's a good guy, and that didn't do him any favors being a good guy, right? Because everybody else is on the tank and they're on and they're taking drops.
Yeah,
including the DA himself.
Or I mean, he's probably like, oh great, this is good because they're probably going to get busted at some point, and then here's my way to move on. Like if he's smart, he's probably like, go ahead, go take all the drops you want.
I just suspect that Harvey is a good guy.
Yeah,
at this point. So what do you think? And you kind of already talked about, do you like Sebastian Stan? If he is Harvey,
yeah, man,
he's a hell of an actor. He's a hell of an actor.
I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't know anything about Sebastian Stan outside of everyone wants him to be like Mark Hamill Jr. and he was Bucky Barnes. So like I'm basing off of Bucky and stuff like that. I like.
Hold on, what? I'm gonna give you another hold on. What about Mark Hamill Jr.? And what do you mean?
A lot of people say he's like there was a point in time where people wanted him to be like the new Luke Skywalker because everyone thinks he looks like Mark Hamill.
Oh, okay.
There was a whole thing about that.
Right.
So I was like, that's the only reason I know about who it really is outside of MCU. But I like what I got is from him as Bucky. He seems like a pretty decent actor. He seems like he's got himself some gigs. I'm excited. I'm just excited to kind of. It's less about Sebastian Stan, other than the fact that we're like, okay, we're leaning towards this is Harvey Dent. Like that's what gets excited. That's what gets me excited is the character, not really the actor. But he's a solid actor. I don't think he'll do anything.
Oh, he's good. He's really good.
Everything just comes back to like because now that we've got a few casting announcements in the movie, like I'm kind of like I still come back to like everything kind of like circles back to ScarJo and I'm like, what is she doing? Like I feel like her role is kind of like the center point in all of this.
We're going to get there, but I will say she didn't take this job to be
Gilda,
the love interest.
Throwaway wife, yeah.
The love interest of whether it's Bruce Wayne or Harvey Dent.
Yeah.
There's no way. We'll get back to that in a second. Harvey Dent, I think it's a great choice. Look, here's my thing. No, not Christopher Nolan, but I'm going to compare. Reeves is a top-notch writer, artist, filmmaker. There is no way he is going to rehash The Dark Knight. And I will also add, this is another one I'm getting. Oh, they're adapting The Long Halloween. No, they're not adapting The Long Halloween. I am willing to bet $1 million of Monopoly money that Gilda is not the holiday killer. They're not going to be running through holiday. They're not doing Long Halloween. Is there some inspiration of the Long Halloween? Of course. Of course, there's stuff like that. There's inspiration a little bit in the Batman as well as year one. So,
well, you're tweeting out some hints earlier.
Stop that stuff. You know, it's not. He's not going to do it. They're too good of writers, artists, filmmakers. I got you. I'm getting there.
Here's my thing too, man. It's just like you're mad because he's using Batman heavy hitters in his second movie. Like I just like what I to me that doesn't make any sense. Like I know everyone's kind of got a little bit of a Joker kind of like wear and tear, but like at the same time, like you can't tell me you're not pumped for another Batman. Like as a fan, like like the next iteration's always.
Oh, speaking of the Joker, let me just say this real quick. They're not going to change the look of the Joker just because you don't like it. Okay, Matt Reeves likes it. When I'm down to see what a scabby Joker looks like. Really, we'll see him again. He is in gross. Part 2. They're not going to alter his appearance. So stop with that stuff.
Do you really want like Firefly? Like, is that what you want? You don't want Two-Face? You'd rather have like Firefly or like what's another obscure villain?
Oh, you're just throwing that out there. Man, you talking about the audience out here?
Yeah. Would you rather have like the Wrath? Yeah. Do you want that in the movie?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want? Do you like? I mean,
I will say the Wrath really kind of work in a way, but that's a whole different discussion.
I can't get mad Two-Face. Like, I want to see Two-Face.
I mean, you're throwing out you're throwing out characters. Not you. I'm talking about folks out there, fans. You know how that goes. That make no sense to what we saw in the Batman and the Penguin, and with Reeves saying this is a epic crime saga. And I'm even going to mention Mr. Freeze, which I just did. That makes no sense. Okay, stop with that nonsense. Firefly. Things. I mean, the Mad Hatter and all these Poison Ivy and.
I mean, I love Mad Hatter personally, but like I'm not.
Yeah, but the epic crime saga, dude.
I know. I can't.
I mean, you could do a grounded Mad Hatter story. I think it'd be a little bit on the. It could be leaned toward the hard to watch side if you really go down like.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it,
kidnapping children and shit like that.
Yeah, like I think it could almost be. I always thought like a Mad Hatter movie could be like Taken.
Yeah, So I say I am on board with Sebastian Stan. He played. You ever seen that movie he made? He played Tommy Lee.
I heard about it. Yes. I remember clips. Yeah, it was a big deal.
That was damn good. He played Trump, a young Trump in a movie.
Oh, that's right. He did do that. Yeah.
Yeah, they got all that.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's kind of made his rounds. I think he's handsome enough to be Harvey Dent. So I got no problem with it. I think he looks good in the suit. To be honest with you, I think he could pull this off. I think he could have some courtroom swag. Going back to Dark Knight, and just comparing the other Harvey Dents that we've seen. I really like Deckard a lot. I feel like we got him obviously the most, as probably compared to like even Billy D. But Eckhart really surprised me in Dark Knight. I was kind of really impressed with him. I really, I know this is not saying anything new, but like going into it, he was probably the character and the actor I was probably like not focused on. But at the end of the movie, you're kind of like blown away by what he did. So I'm excited to see what Stan can bring to the role because, it's cool. It'll be cool to see kind of
what we have not got from Harvey Dent ever, whether it's Batman Forever. Well, do we count? I guess we can kind of sort of count Batman 89 because Billy D is in there.
He plays Harvey Dent,
and he is good throughout.
Mm-hmm. Working on it,
but he wasn't. Goblin. He was kind of a throwaway character in Batman 89. You know what I mean?
I mean, towards once Batman really started to come out to the fold, but like to get to the idea of the corruption and what Gotham City's turned into, up until a certain point when it basically
and it just wasn't. Batman, I mean, it was just kind of like. Oh, here's Harvey Dent. He's a district attorney, and he'll be Two-Face later on. Just wait. When
that was like Eckhart. At least he was throughout the whole movie. He was He was essentially the main plot. Like his whole
it is. What I'm getting to is that I think if we are getting Harvey Dent in this one, I do believe I don't think we get Two-Face, not Harvey Dent Two-Face. I don't think he's scarred and becomes Two-Face in this movie. I think they keep him as Harvey. I'm sure he'll be challenged with all sorts of things that are thrown at him in various ways in the movie. And well, if he becomes Two-Face, it would be in another film. But what if he is the first character? If I say, despite all the everyone's speculating, and there's been some really educated speculation. There's people who know, and if I've talked to, have said it's tell me it's Harvey Dent. And I heard a while back that they were casting for Harvey Dent. What if it's something else? I can tell you what pops in my mind, and this was something people would. It's almost expected. Could he be Tommy Elliott?
Do you think Stan is Tommy Elliott?
I don't think that. No, I think he's Harvey Dent. I'm just throwing that out there.
I mean, there was a point in time where Hush was a very talked about character involving this project, right? It was something that everyone kind of alluded to. I don't know if it's true or not, but people made a big deal of the Hush frame in the movie.
What that was
when he's in the orphanage.
What was a wink and nod to?
Yeah, so I don't know.
Maybe,
but I have no idea. Maybe there is some truth to that. I don't know. We'll find out when the movie comes out. If it is, I'm all down for that.
I don't see
it wouldn't be
how
the first time I'd be wrong, but it would be fitting because I'm all excited about Harvey Dent. So why wouldn't he be a character?
Yeah, I don't see how. I've never thought whoever is going to play him. I never thought that. I thought Hush's motives, if you take them from the comics, are kind of too similar to the Riddler, Edward Nashton, and the Batman. It would be kind of redundant. And
very personal.
How does he fit in an epic crime saga? He's not really fit. Harvey Dent fits in it. He's a freaking DA. Yeah, he fits in an epic crime saga. So I'm just throwing that out there to say, if he's not Harvey, just what if? That's all. But I think he's Harvey Dent. I'm on record to say that. I
think he's Harvey Dent, and I'm actually looking forward to comparing the Batman Harvey moments that we see in now that I'm thinking about it. I'm actually looking forward to comparing different iterations of live action Batman. I'm looking forward to comparing this stuff to actually Dark Knight stuff because they're not usually. This will be the first time, right? The three that they're kind of intertwined like this in a movie.
Well, we will. We'll see.
So it'd be interesting to have be finally to compare it because you're so able to compare things in print because it's 80 some years and there's so many different stories, but that's going to be fun for me.
Well, we certainly can't say they just did that. No, they did it 20 years ago. They did it 20 years ago.
Nuts. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. No one remembers what's his name is Gordon. We didn't even get
Pat Hingle.
No, I was just going to say the BVS iteration of Batman. I feel like it's just kind of
BVS. Really just
almost been forgotten.
How the hell did you slip that in there?
No, I'm just saying the last iteration of Batman, we didn't get this. We had Gordon in a cameo. We didn't even get a Harvey Dent. We're back to just kind of regular Batman.
Yeah. Scarlett Johansson, ScarJo. First of all, what do you think of they're raiding the MCU. They're getting Winter Soldier and Black Widow.
Actors got to act, man. They need jobs.
Yeah.
They got to work.
That's fanboy nonsense, right?
To me, I mean, to be honest, I don't know any actors who aren't in fanboy movies. So these are the only actors I even know. So I don't really care. If it wasn't for, overhype, I probably wouldn't even know who Timothée Chalamet is.
Have you seen Robert Pattinson in anything but the Batman?
Nope.
You got to be kidding me.
No. Yeah, usually working or playing Call of Duty.
Oh man. Okay. All right. ScarJo. The word on the street is she's Gilda Dent. Don't think she's Holiday Killer.
Mm-hmm.
I certainly don't believe she took this part just to be Harvey Dent's wife.
Mm-hmm.
And so if she is Gilda Dent and not the holiday killer,
What do you got?
what would make her? And I was told she's a villain. It's a antagonist, right?
See, that's why when I heard villain, I went Phantasm, but I was wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm not
What
mad
if
because I thought the 4K Phantasm.
I'm just throwing this out here. What if she is involved with a nefarious, secret, underground society in Gotham, and not even Harvey Dent knows that she's part of it? And that society is the Court of Owls.
I think it's cool. I like the idea. If that's what it is, that's a way to kind of mix and match, right? And do kind of a fresh little take there. And it's, you can see this coming. Court of Owls has kind of made a push to the top very fast since Scott Snyder introduced them. So
has the Court of Owls become, as a group, if you count it as a single entity, are they a top 5 Batman villain?
If they are in fact in this movie and it ends up being a hit and people love it, I could see that happening. I don't think they're there yet, but I could say they're definitely, they climb up the ladder very fast. I do consider them a single entity.
So he did create a classic Batman.
I think so.
Bad guy,
definitely,
as a group. Yeah.
I think it's very much on its way to becoming a modern day classic.
Yeah. What if? Okay, how about this? I'm not saying she's a Talon or anything like that. Just
that's where it throws me off with Reeves. It was the Talon because it's essentially a zombie ninja.
Well, you don't. You could have hitmen who are
I get it. I'm just
Talons.
saying, I can't separate that. That's because that's what I know them as.
Yeah, but you adapt it in there. If you have Talons, they're
they're the
hitmen of this organization. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, what if she's Gilda? Here's another twist. What if she's Gilda and she becomes Two-Face?
That's kind of what I was thinking, man, to be honest with you. And I said this to Holzman. I got a text out there. So I got a text out to multiple people. I feel like she doesn't accept this role unless it's huge because she kind of went after it.
Yeah.
So I'm almost expecting, and also 4th iteration of Two-Face, right? Two-Face. 4th time Harvey Dent Two-Face has been on screen. I think they got to do something a little different. So I don't know if it's going to be
Harvey Dent. Yeah. Let's see. Batman 89, Forever, Dark Knight, and now
this.
Okay.
So
Two-Face we've seen twice.
Yeah, I lump them in together, but the Harvey Dent Two-Face.
I got you. Yeah, I'm with you.
I think something's got to be a little different. And then I keep going back, and I said this earlier in the show. She's too big of a name. She's essentially a lead.
Yeah,
like it's got to be something crazy that most normal people aren't going to see.
She will probably be. She'll get second billing to Pattinson.
Yeah. So, and that's probably because he's just Batman. If it was probably in a movie, it probably would be her, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So, and then you've been teasing Earth One images. So like that got me pulling out the book. And I'm like, Harvey was involved.
Yeah.
And then there was, what was it? She wasn't like,
well, tell him the book you're talking about.
Well, both of them. I was looking at them both because I wanted. Yeah. By the time you get to Earth 1 Volume 3, like Harvey Dent's
it's Batman Earth 1 we're talking about. And so, there's a little there's some Batman Earth 1 and there's a little bit of Batman. Books. Yeah, there's a little bit of Batman Earth 1 in the Batman.
Yeah. Thank God it's not Catwoman's outfit. But yeah. But so I'm like, okay, so maybe it's something kind of like that in light of, because don't forget, like Tomlin's writing this thing too. So like I kind of expect Tomlin to do something just kind of shocking based on what I've seen from him.
They're not
out of the Imposter. Like, he doesn't necessarily play by the rules, but
they're not going to do something that we've seen before or something we expect.
And that's what I'm saying. 4 times around for this character,
and that goes back to everybody assuming that is a Long Halloween adaptation. Everyone assuming that they're just, it's Two-Face Harvey Dent from The Dark Knight Redux. No, it's not. There's no way. So stop thinking. It's not you, but I'm talking to folks. Stop assuming the easy way, the lazy way. Oh, he's just going to do. No, he's not going to do that. I'm going to say this. I'll be okay if that's the case. I'll be more than okay. I think it's kind of cool as hell. It won't bother me at all. I'm not going to go, and I will not go, Harvey Dent is the only Two-Face, and I will not accept any other person being Two-Face. I'm Mr. Freeze. I need diamonds. Okay.
Well, I would enjoy the fanboy meltdown. There's certain people who I would like to watch just completely lose it.
Wouldn't it be awesome?
Yeah. There's definitely part of me that
I'm not talking about anybody individual. I'm just talking about there would be a meltdown of epic proportions, and everyone having the meltdown will be there opening night to see the Batman Part 2.
And this is exactly what I was talking about earlier in the show, where I've been speculating how this is like fun for me. Trying to figure this out. Like, this is like, am I as good a detective as Batman? Can I figure out his own movie? Yeah. Like, I'm having so much fun. Like I told you, man, I went from Phantasm to Batman Earth 1 and everything in between. I've been having a ball. So I'm enjoying. And I'm pulling these books out and reading it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is part of the journey, which makes everything fun.
I think in Earth 1, it's Jessica Dent who becomes Two-Face, Harvey's sister. Pete's talking to Alexa.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah, mine doesn't pop on. I still think she's Gilda. I think you can do that, have her become Two-Face, and it would still, you could say, well, there is comic book precedent, so that will, you can say that's your comic book nerds. No, we've had this before. Batman Earth 1. It's not Jessica, but it's Gilda. That's adaptation. That's inspiration. I'm kind of liking it.
Isn't that kind of what the movie should be, though? The kind of culmination of everything, and kind of. I always figured like the movie was like the big celebration of the character. The character finally get a movie, so like I feel like that's kind of what it should be. Let's take parts of this, that, and then we'll try to make it the best. I don't know. That's just me. That is my take.
Like inspired by different source material. Yeah. I feel like that's what the movie should always do. Yeah, you throw your look. If we don't, Matt Reeves has been very loyal to the Batman mythos, and he has been maybe more so than any of the directors we've had, any of the filmmakers who've done Batman films. So I wouldn't think it's heresy in any way if somehow Scarlett Johansson's character, Gilda Dent, which is somehow becomes this universe's Two-Face. I think it would just it's different. It's different. And, I expect them to do something different, and you've mentioned Mattson Tomlin. And I'm not going to be surprised if somehow Leslie Thompson is in this in some manner.
The Imposter. I think the Imposter's going to have a lot of. Yeah, I think the Imposter is a nice little preview to what we can get for this movie.
Yeah, I would say Imposter. I would go through Long Halloween again because there's some inspiration there. Year One, and Earth 1. That meant Earth 1. Definitely things I would read. All right. What else you got? You got anything else you want to talk about? This is just the tip of the iceberg, man.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm already having a blast with all this, with just these two castings. So I'm excited. I think this will be fun, man. This will be a good ride. We're gonna have a good time here.
Yeah, let's have enjoy this. This is fun. We've got less than 2 years until the movie's out. The movie will be filming here shortly. We'll be starting. So the stuff that I'm telling you, Dan's fixing to break. So
strap in set picks, and that's great because that
yeah, strap yourself in. This is going to be fun.
Buckle up.
Yeah, buckle up. All right, Pete, you want to mention anything? You review detective for BOF, and
I did, but today I bought the trade of Death in the Family, Robin Lives from the DC Archives. Or whatever it is. That was cool. Where they did the alternate take of Death in the Family. So I'm excited to add that to my bookshelf.
Is that the one that if they had voted for him to survive?
Yep. This is it.
Okay.
This is it.
All right.
I have the original book, but I thought it'd be cool to have it on the bookshelf. I like spines, so yeah, I'm pumped about that.
Okay.
Today I also picked up a Paul Dini detective run. I picked up a trade of that. I'm excited. That
was a good run.
Oh my God, it was so good.
It was a good run.
So yeah, that 1 year later stuff was good. Oh, and I sent you a picture of this. You can't see it, but
yeah,
I picked up a cool Batman '89 Batmobile from my local comic shop, $10.
Why in the hell is Robin in that?
Well, because that's where he deserves to be. He's next to Batman.
He wasn't
crazy.
He wasn't in that movie. All
right.
He
wasn't, but Batman and Robin, baby.
What about Straight Outta Gotham?
Oh yeah, Straight Outta Gotham's there. I do Spider-Man podcast. I do a podcast with Ryan Lau, the Batman Book Club. So I'm just out there, just swinging away.
Okay, swing away,
baby.
We're gonna swing on out of here. For me, just
buckle up, baby. Buckle up.
Over Batman on Film. Batman-on-film.com. Don't forget the dashes. Yeah, that's all we got.
We got in the playoffs this weekend.
I think Chicago's going to beat Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, I don't even know who's all playing. I don't know the matchups. Take my football fan card away from me. Mm-hmm. That's the main one. That's the main one I'm worried about, or that I'm interested in or engaged in, because I want Green Bay to lose, because the Cowboys have Green Bay's first round draft pick, and if they lose, of course it'll be a higher pick than if they win. So there you go.
So it's Mavs and Stars season for you.
The Mavs suck, and except Cooper Flag is a hell of a rookie. And let's see, the Stars. I don't really start watching hockey, and it's kind of like NBA almost until the playoffs start rolling around.
I was just thinking an easy wardrobe change for you. The logo's almost the same.
Yeah, they were hot. The Stars?
Yeah, like you can go
different color.
Yeah,
but they're green. Yeah, I've got a version of
Lone Star
green.
State. You know what I'm saying?
Green. I can't. Well, that's hell no. That's when they. That's when they were in Minnesota, the North Stars.
That's right, the North Stars. Rachel knows about that.
Yeah. So, well, speaking of Rachel,
you brought Rachel down there with the Stars. That's what happens.
Speaking of Rachel, announcer Rachel is going to finish up here. We'll catch you next time.
You have been listening to the BOF Social Hour, Jett's official podcast on Batman on Film. Follow BOF on Threads at The Batman on Film. Follow BOF on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Batman on Film. To help keep BOF up and running, go to patreon.com/BatmanOnFilm, or you can buy BOF a beer at buymeacoffee.com/TheRealBatmanOnFilm. For Jett and everyone at BOF, I'm announcer Rachel. Authoritative, definitive, the original, Batman on Film, founded in 1998.